Have you ever said, we can't afford that, or we just don't have enough money? Ever struggled to pay your bills on time or struggled to feed your family? Have you ever called yourself broke or poor? What about avoiding your mailbox or incoming calls because you were sure it was somebody chasing money? Do you recall hearing yourself say no time and time again to opportunities purely based on what is or what isn't in your bank account? The pain, despair, embarrassment, and anger that accompanies financial struggles greatly affects you and your family. Its feeling is felt throughout the home and will surely be picked up by your children. What's so far worse than that, though, is you are subconsciously setting your children up to experience that exact same thing in their future. Your children are learning negative beliefs about money. It's hard to get, there is a shortage of it, and the unfortunate truth is money will control their life. Your children will grow into adults who seek a safe job and a safe salary, and will be too afraid of not having that paycheck to do anything different. Sadly, these days, that safe paycheck is just not enough. Consider these shocking statistics. I recently conducted a survey of 100 parents. At some point in their lives, 94% said they had experienced financial hardship. 92% hoped it was something their children never had to experience. 89% of parents agreed they didn't think the school curriculum taught financial intelligence. But only a staggering 3% of parents said they taught their children extracurricular activities in financial matters. So if the schools aren't teaching it, and the parents aren't teaching it, how are the children ever going to learn? I'm here to tell you you can break the cycle. You can make a change in their story. You have the power right now to act and give your child or children a chance at a life free from the money struggles, a chance at financial freedom, to give your child the mindset of a great entrepreneur and a successful investor. I will reveal it all to you shortly. First, however, I need to share a personal story with you. I'm embarrassed to tell my story. I didn't want to share it, but it's too important not to. Not too many years ago, we were flat out broke. Worse actually, not only could we not afford the basic necessities to live, we were swamped in debt. My husband worked full-time and I was at home with our babies. We couldn't even afford to keep our home warm. I used to collect wooden offcuts from the recycling bin at the landscape store just to keep our house heated. We all wore op-shop clothes and ate far too many noodles and pasta just to keep our tummies full. We existed in this barely getting by state for years. No sooner would we pay off one debt, we would acquire another. Life was a struggle every single day, trying to push that paycheck further than it was actually possible. I took a night job to try and get more income, but just ended up exhausted and with whooping cough. I accepted this was the life meant for us and just got on with it. Now, some years prior, I had been given a book. I didn't read it. Instead, it just collected dust on my bookshelf. I must have walked past it thousands of times. One day, my toddler grabbed this book and enthusiastically threw it at me to read to him. That book, penned by the amazing Robert Kiyosaki, had to hit me in the face quite literally before I took any notice of it. From that moment on, my life had changed. A series of events had begun where suddenly my life was spiraling into control. Now, just 4 years later, my husband and I have an investment portfolio including investment property, multiple businesses, and stocks and shares. The most impressive part of this story is my children, who are barely school age and younger, also have their own investment portfolios. They are learning the mindset qualities of an entrepreneur and how our investments make money for us. They each have a couple of $1,000s that was all made by their investment projects. They started their investing from just the silvers and odd golds in a money tin. My children understand their long-term goal is to purchase their first investment property before any of them leave school. I'm just an ordinary person and they're just normal kids. However, the gift of knowledge we have given our children is extraordinary. By far, our family favourite investments have been made by buying low and selling high. We've had great fun and successes doing this, as well as gaining massive confidence in marketing and selling things. I go over some of the investments in great detail in the program. There is a number of websites you can buy basically any products directly from the manufacturer. Even with international shipping added, buying locally is still far more expensive. You can source entire products ready to go, parts to make your own products, or personally branded products for just a fraction of the price of a local supplier. The great thing about this is you can basically get started with as little as $10. For just $200, you can make up to $1,000 profit with the right products, Our first ever project, we turned $274 investment into $1,124 of profit. This program details 30 actionable and fun activities for the children with the help of their parents or caregivers to complete. Pure Young Minds was started to give kids an education they will not receive at school. Actionable steps to install the mindset of the rich and wealthy. It focuses on technical aspects of investing through to the mindset needed for balanced success. You will learn how to identify passions and problem solve in a way you will be financially rewarded for doing so. It's actually possible to hardwire these concepts into a pure young mind through the building of neural pathways. This means it will become the only way your child knows to act. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, rather teachings of financial intelligence to last a lifetime. The great thing about this program is even though it was designed with children in mind, it's an excellent tool for anyone wishing to change their financial position. I've had many adults sign ups because of its simplicity and easy to understand language. So whether your child is just starting to learn about money, at school or even older, this program will give the user freedom in their life to make decisions not based on what the bank account says you can do. It will train the mind to see an abundance of opportunities in the world all around them. With your child's best interest at heart, it's an easy choice to make to give them this gift of knowledge which will greatly improve their quality of life. The full program is valued at $1,348, but I have a better deal for you today. You will receive 50 Words Every Child Deserves to Know ebook, plus over 100 Ways to Make Money as a Kid ebook filled with first business ideas for your children. Plus, receive by post your very own Pure Young Minds journal, personally addressed and signed. The total value all up is over $1,450, but today can be all yours for $487. Simply select option 1. However, I know for some of you that might not be possible today, and I don't want you to miss out either. So select option 2 to set up weekly automatic payments of $27. So now is the time to take action. Simply choose your preferred option and get started today. For no more than the cost of a sports lesson or a dance class for a year, you can provide them this life-changing knowledge. I regret to inform you the price will be increasing shortly. As our number of students grow, we need to increase our team and supporting resources. So now's the time to secure this program for this very low price. I'm so excited for you. Knowing what's in this program is a real game changer. I can't wait to help you on your journey, support you in your learning, and hear about your successes.